Our trivia question. Sitting on a 31-acre bluff overlooking Gull Road back in 1856, this school's curriculum was so rigorous that graduates were admitted to the University of Michigan with the equivalence of 2 years of college credit. What was it? It was the Michigan Female Seminary. It was started by the Presbyterian Church. It existed until 1907. It was a really highfalutin education for the ladies, and they tore it down. And this is interesting. Some of the salvaged materials were used to build the St. Mary's Church, which is, of course, still on the east side of town. Oh, we have some soft touches in our building right now. Lisa, my director for animals, and I know we do out with our viewers too. We talked about the Kalamazoo Humane Society, but today we're telling you about another one in our viewing area, the Al Van Humane Society. Joining us is the president, Lisa Galdikas. It is so good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You look glamorous, by the way.
Thank you, my idol.
How do the dogs claw at your hose?
One of the reasons why I didn't bring a pet today, because I would just be full of dog hair. You can't wear black.
And we could get no one to work.
That's right.
Because everyone I work with, when they bring animals in the building, they're, oh.
I know.
So you serve Allegan and Van Buren counties?
We do. We take in animals from those two counties. With regard to intake, we adopt out to anybody who is willing to open their home to a shelter animal.
You are a no-kill shelter.
We are, just since 2012, and that really was just a turning point for us. Al Van's been around for almost 50 years and really started out with a little one-room brick building along the river to what we have now, which we built our shelter about 20 years ago. But that was also built with just a couple dozen animals in mind, and almost 80% of the animals were euthanized yearly there. And that's kind of how I got involved, is sort of reading their newsletters and seeing how they took in thousands of animals, and the majority of them were euthanized. It just broke my heart.
Yes.
And so I figured, we just need to get involved and continue to work and find another way.
How do the animals usually come to you? I mean, do people find them? Are they people that no longer can take care of them?
All of the above. We get a lot of strays, and a lot of rescues don't take strays, and so we do get a lot of strays. We also get animals from families who can no longer care for their animal for a variety of reasons. If they're moving, if their lease has changed and they no longer can have an animal, if they're going into a nursing home, say, and can't keep the animal. So there's a lot of reasons why.
So you have them all ages, puppies to the older dogs?
We do. We sometimes have animals that come to us just days old. I mean, we've got a tremendous group of employees there who work for little to nothing, who will take these neonatal animals home and bottle feeding them every hour just to try to give them the second chance that they deserve.
Do you have cats too, or just dogs?
We have a boatload of cats. We have probably 5 times more cats than dogs, and that's just nationwide. I mean, there's just far too many cats.
Yes, well, they can have how many litters a year?
Yeah,
it's shocking.
Up to 2. And when you think of, there's, I think the statistic is 50, 60, 70 million stray cats in the United States, each of them having 1 to 2 litters a year. I mean, the numbers are overwhelming. In fact, yesterday was World Spay Day, and so we partnered with the Phoenix Road Animal Hospital, and we had 18 cats from our community spay and neutered, low cost, so that we're just trying to do our part at eliminating all those unwanted litters.
Where do you get your funding from?
80% of our budget is funded by general donations. We get some funds in from shelter services like adoption fees and microchipping and that sort of thing. We have a small percentage for grants that we receive, although national grants are really tough. As you mentioned, Kalamazoo Humane Society, and there's just so many of us doing the same thing, and we're all, we all have the same mission. We're just trying to save those animals, and so we're all vying for the same national funds, and so those are tough to get. So we really rely on those people who are watching, who love their pets at home and understand that without their donations, we really couldn't function. Our budget really is funded by those people who are watching today, and we've just started a capital campaign because we've just purchased a new building, and that too is going to have to be funded by general donations.
The Al Van C.A.R.E.S campaign. Look at that face. How can you say no to that face? So cute. You also brought some pictures of some other little honey buns too.
Yes.
That you have available for adoption.
Yes, I know. It was like
Who's this?
It was a hard call. This is Sparkle. Sparkle is one of our strays that came in this week, and this is the hard part. Puppies are adorable, and everybody wants one, and they go. Animals like Sparkle need a lot of TLC and someone special to either take them in as a foster while they're getting better, and potentially adopting them out. So she, oh, and then that's a picture of Oliver. They both came in this week. Oliver, they're both about 2-3 years old. Oliver, we've determined, has a case of Dermadex kind of mange. He literally has 90% of his hair gone, major ear infections, his paws are swollen. There's just a lot of medical things going on with them. And as a no-kill shelter, we will do whatever it takes to get them well and get them adopted. These are a good example of animals that would have been euthanized had we not become a no-kill shelter. Kelly Queen is one of our long-standing volunteers and fosters. That's a picture of her with Molly, her foster dog. Molly came to us very shy and timid, who really was not doing well in her cage at the shelter and really needed a lot of socialization before she would be ready for adoption. So Kelly took her into her home to live with her 2 big dogs. And this is last Saturday. She literally came into the shelter, and Molly just jumped into her arms. I mean, it was just precious.
That brings tears to my eyes.
I know. It happens to us daily at the shelter.
You must be very emotional.
I mean, we are. We're a mess. But I mean, it's a good, happy tears and sad tears, all in, in moments sometimes. So, and if you've ever been to a shelter, it's the size of a shoebox, and so you have happy things where people are adopting, you've got sad things where people have to give up their animal, all happening
at once
in the same 4-foot section, which is why our capital campaign and needing to renovate this new building is so critical for us.
Your goal is $500,000?
It is.
How do we get money to you?
Well, you can call the shelter, 269-637-5062. We'll take payment right over the phone. You can pay via PayPal. You can go to our website, which is www.al-van.org, and click on our C.A.R.E.S campaign, and you can donate right there. Our case statement, our up-to-date photos of what we've already renovated and where we're at with the renovations, you can see. And
where's your shelter? Where do we come to adopt? We need to find you.
We are just off of Blue Star Highway on 8th Avenue. And
in South Haven.
In South Haven. Our new building is right on Blue Star Highway, right across from the South Haven Hospital. So we're about 700 yards away from each other in the 2 buildings, which is awesome, because we'll keep our current shelter for intake and medical care for animals like Oliver.
So give and adopt. That's the message.
Give, and adopt.
So much.
Thanks, Lori.
We'll be right back on The Lori Moore Show on your CW7.
The Lori Moore Show is underwritten by the Kalamazoo Community Foundation. Love where you live. The Lori Moore Show is also brought to you in part by these other fine sponsors. Furniture provided by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries of West Michigan.